Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone is well. We're here once again doing the Course in Miracles lessons, and the lesson for today is lesson 93, and let's get right into it. Light and joy and peace abide in me. You think you are the home of evil, darkness, and sin. You think if anyone could see the truth about you, he would be repelled, recoiling from you as if from a poisonous snake. You think if what is true about you were revealed to you, you would be struck with horror so intense that you would rush to death by your own hand, living on after seeing this being impossible. These are beliefs so firmly fixed that it is difficult to help you see that they are based on nothing. That you have made mistakes is obvious. That you have sought salvation in strange ways, have been deceiving and afraid of foolish fantasies and savage dreams, and have bowed down to idols made of dust. All this is true by what you now believe. Today, we question this, not from the point of view of what you think, but from a very, very different reference point, from which such idle thoughts are meaningless. These thoughts are not according to God's will. These weird beliefs He does not share with you. This isn't enough to prove that they are wrong, but you do not perceive that this is so. Why would you not be overjoyed to be assured that all the evil that you think you did was never done, that all your sins are nothing, that you are as pure and holy as you were created, and that light and joy and peace abide in you? Your image of yourself cannot withstand the will of God. You think that this is death, but it is life. You think you are destroyed, but you are saved. The self you made is not the Son of God. Therefore, this self does not exist at all, and anything it seems to do and think means nothing. It is neither bad nor good. It is unreal, and nothing more than that. It does not battle with the Son of God. It does not hurt him nor attack his peace. It has not changed creation, nor reduced eternal sinlessness to sin, and love to hate. What power can this self you made possess, when it would contradict the will of God? Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Over and over this must be repeated, until it is accepted. It is true. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Nothing can touch it or change what God created as eternal. The self you made, evil and full of sin, is meaningless. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God, and light and joy and peace abide in you. Salvation requires the acceptance of but one thought. You are as God created you, not what you made of yourself. Whatever evil you may think you did, you are as God created you. Whatever mistake you made, the truth about you is unchanged. Creation is eternal and unaltered. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You are and will forever be exactly as you were created. Light and joy and peace abide in you because God put them there. In our longer exercise periods today, which would be most profitable if done for the first 5 minutes of every waking hour, begin by stating the truth about your creation. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Then put away your foolish self-images and spend the rest of the practice period in trying to experience what God has given you in place of what you have decreed for yourself. You are what God created or what you made. One self is true, the other is not there. Try to experience the unity of your one self. Try to appreciate its holiness and the love from which it was created. Try not to interfere with self, which God created as you, by hiding the majesty behind the tiny idols of evil and sinlessness you have made to replace it. Let it come into its own. Here you are. This is you. and light and joy and peace abide in you, because this is so. You may not be willing or even able to use the first 5 minutes of each hour for these exercises. Try, however, to do so when you can. At least remember to repeat these thoughts each hour. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. Then try to devote at least a minute or so to closing your eyes and realizing that this is a statement of the truth about you. It is a situation. If a situation arises that seems to be disturbing, quickly dispel the illusion of fear by repeating these thoughts again. Should you be tempted to become angry with someone, tell him silently, light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You can do much for the world's salvation today. You can do much today to bring you closer to the part in salvation that God has assigned to you. And you can do much today to bring the conviction to your mind that the idea for the day is true indeed. All right. So, very interesting lesson today. Starts off very dark. You think you're the home of evil, darkness, and sin. That is very dark, right? But I guess the Course is trying to paint us a picture of just how dire the situation we are when we think that this illusion that we call ourselves, our body, and the person that we call ourselves by our name is who we truly are. And it really isn't. And that is a difficult pill to swallow. A difficult thing to actually get through our minds and think, oh, wait a minute, this thing is nuts. But it really isn't. It really isn't. If you allow yourself to take this in, you will realize how freeing it becomes. Because you will actually no longer feel, like the Course says, all the evil and ugliness of this world and this experience. You will only feel light and joy and peace, and that will be inside of you. Like the lesson says for today, light, joy, and peace abide in me. So the Course really drives it in today to make you really understand how deep inside we are the human experience, how we are so unwilling to let it go, how we are just really focused on thinking we are the body, we are the human that is walking this earth, and that is truly who we are. And it isn't. And that is something that is really hard to grasp and hard to understand, because we feel it with our senses, we see it with our eyes, and we experience it through our emotions. And so we're thinking, hey, well, how can this not be real if we're going through all the experience and feeling it and seeing it and are in it? But that's how strong of a will we've had in creating this experience for ourselves. We chose to turn away from who we really are. We chose to turn away from God and believe we are separate from Him, and that we are what we created is real, and it isn't. And that is something that takes training of the mind to realize that it isn't. And when you are capable to do it, you will see how freeing it becomes, and how peaceful you become, and how unfearful you now are in having your human experience. You'll still experience it because you're not fully there yet. There's still a part of you that will not let go, but you can let go faster. Meaning, when an experience happens to you, or something that makes you fearful, the time it will take to recover from that fearfulness state will be quicker, because you now have the level of awareness to realize this is not real. This is just an illusion, and it's a blip in my real self. Because remember, who you truly are is eternal, lives on forever, has lived forever, and nothing can hurt you. So the little human experience you're having right now is just but a tiny speck in your real existence. All right. So the course today is trying to help us get to that place where we can see who we truly are, and is asking us to do some exercise periods. So today's exercise period is focused on every hour. So every hour, the first 5 minutes of the hour, try to focus on the idea for today and say, light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. And then try to focus on that idea and try to really believe it and live in it and let it become part of you. At least for those first 5 minutes of the hour. Try to release all your negative thoughts, all the experiences you're having, and let them wash away and make you realize that they don't really exist and they can't really affect you. You still are who you are, which is God's Son, who is loved and is at peace and has joy and has love in his heart. So I wanted to touch on the part where it says, my sinlessness is guaranteed by God. So what does that mean? My sinlessness. So a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us grew up in a specific religions or a specific, we're brought up a certain way to believe in sin. And we have to understand that sin is something that was told to us by someone and passed out through generations of what is right and what is wrong. And you are doing wrong and committing a sin if you're doing what cumulatively we agreed this is the wrong thing to do. Now, with the Course, we realize that anything that we're doing on this planet, with this experience, it's an illusion. So when we commit something wrong in an illusion, what do we really affect? You don't affect nothing. It's like a dream. If you do something in a dream, what did you affect when you wake up to your real, like we take right now the human experience. You're dreaming, you have a dream, and in your dream, you do something really bad. Let's say, for example, you beat someone up. You hurt someone physically. That's really bad, right? You shouldn't be hurting others. But in your dream, it's not real. The minute you wake up, it's like, oh, wait a minute, that was just a dream. I didn't really beat anybody up. I didn't do anything wrong. That's kind of like how your real self is. Your real self right now is like, you're just having this dream, and I'm just watching you have this dream, and you just don't want to look at me here. I'm right here waiting for you. That's what God says. But you want to have this dream, so go ahead, have the dream, enjoy yourself, experience good and bad things. You're there. Go ahead. But nothing has happened. You're still the same being God created. You're still his son and daughter. You still are loved. You still are in peace and in joy. Nothing you do in the dream, the illusion, changes who you are. That's the best way I can explain it, I think. That's how I'm explaining it to myself so that I understand it. Because it's a little bit hard to understand, but that's how I see it. It's like a dream. You need to wake up from that dream and really see who you truly are and really let go of this human experience and realize that you are, as the Course says, light and joy and peace. And they're all inside of you, waiting for you to access at any second. Alrighty. Now, so it says, you may be willing to, you may not be willing to even be able to use the first 5 minutes of each hour for these exercises, So try as best as you can at least to do it sometime during the hour, you know. Like I have said in the past, do what you can. Do it as best as you can. What you do is enough. It's that you're doing it. It's that you're trying. It's that you're getting closer to that point where you are following it by the letter and then you're trying your best to do it. The important thing is to start shifting your mind little by little so you can get to that place where you feel at peace, regardless of what's happening around you, regardless of what's happening in the world, regardless of whatever the news is telling you or people are telling you. You'll be at peace, because you will know that this is just an illusion. It's just a dream. Yes, you're feeling it, just like you feel it in a real dream. But when you wake up, it'll just be like, oh, well, that was just a dream. That was not real. And that's what's going to happen. So it also is telling us anytime you have something disturbing happen to you or you have resistance to the idea, that's when you repeat it. Light and joy and peace abide in me. My sinlessness is guaranteed by God. And then when you see an individual or someone, a loved one or a friend, being that way, acting negatively or having negative thoughts, repeat to yourself in your head for them. Light and joy and peace abide in you. Your sinlessness is guaranteed by God. You don't have to say it out loud. Just say it for them. See them for who they truly are, even though they can't see themselves right now. And do your best. Do your best today. That's all the Course ever asks, is for you to do your best and try. Because in doing so, you are becoming more and more aware day by day to the true self that you really are. And in doing so, more peace, more love, and joy will be present, and you'll have the awareness that it's there, instead of blinding yourself to it by letting the experiences of the world overwhelm you. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I know that it's a little bit different. I know that when I first did it, it was a little bit different for me, and I'm like, okay, I got to think about this one. But as I did it, I became more at peace and felt more joy. So try it and see if that experience also happens for you. Hope you have a wonderful day, and stay safe, stay close to those you love, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.